today's youth is worshipped, projected as divine, a mass of individuals collectively defined. Because images of youth permeate the city and they germinate within us, make us pity age and hate ourselves for aging. So now we're amorous for scandalous accounts of teenage parents, young addictions, dysfunctions and depictions of that violence rampant on our city streets. We've objectified the youth. Now we don't hear them when they speak.
I think the hardest thing about being a teenager in a family today is that you almost can't identify with your parents. I feel like that's the biggest breakdown of communication that you'll ever encounter.
Teenagers have difficulties in sharing what they really actually feel, even with their friends as well. Not having a family and not being able to talk to them results in young people going into gangs, so they have a sense of belonging.
In my area, gangs are quite common because it's like different territories, they claim them.
I wouldn't be too surprised if one of my friends did carry a weapon because of the area I live in. If you grow up around violence and you're exposed to it from a young age, you accept it as the norm and then you act it out because that's what is expected of you. And I think that's what so many young people do.
Round the corner from me, there was a man that was stabbed, and there's been rapes around my house, and I have to walk to school when it's dark, and I feel really scared that it's going to happen to me. When I go to the shops and I can see a group of gang out there, I feel like intimidated that they're going to hurt me. And like thoughts are going through my mind, do they have weapons? And it's like they're controlling us, like don't come near us or we'll hurt you. Like they don't have the right to do that.
Great Britain is in a crisis right now. I mean, politicians are corrupt, finances are corrupt. Everywhere you look, it's like, who do you trust?
I think it's all down to the government being lazy and being worried about their duck ponds and getting their toilet fixed. That's where all the money's going, you know.
A lot of adults don't want to talk with teenagers only because they look as though they could be in a gang.
The clothes that you wear and everything, the hats that they see, everyone wears it, they're thinking that it's all gang-related sometimes. Most of the time, it's just fashion. If you're wearing a hoodie, tracksuit bottoms for some reason, you're a gang member, but if I'm wearing jeans and a nice shirt, I'm just a normal teenager.
The whole of Britain is obsessed, it seems, with teens and how they're living. They're fascinating because they still got time to do something with their young mind. But here's the rift. These days, kids are either demonised or exalted, either painfully shy or ferocious, either bursting with ambition or beaten down and hopeless. They're absorbing our examples and our manufactured neuroses, but they're not a grainy CCTV hoodie or an episode of Skins. They're just people, like we all are, with nervous grins and awkward limbs.
I kind of do think teenagers are given too much freedom. They are allowed to go wherever they want and do whatever they want.
For the most part, I could talk to my family, but I wish they'd been stricter with me, rather than let me get away with so much.
I think living in a rural area makes me grow up faster, in a way, because I'm not very distracted by a different culture like drugs and alcohol and things. I've got more chance to be myself and just learn and go to university and grow up and things.
I think young people get drunk because it's boredom, basically. There's nothing better to do. There's nothing better to do with their lives because adults aren't taking an interest in them.
People go out and get smashed at parties and sleep with people they don't even know. Wake up the next morning and move on. That's normal in teenage culture. We think we're invincible. We're not going to get an STD. Do not get smashed. Do not sleep with a stranger. Do wear a condom. Do go and get tested if you're worried about it. And do follow advice from what they give you.
I don't think enough about the consequences. I really should. When I was 16, I had sex with my girlfriend, and whenever we had sex, I would never use protection. And my mates, they would get really annoyed at me. They would say, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" I think it's an incredibly misogynistic way to think, but if the girls had actually made me use protection, I would have. Because, well, if a girl wants to have sex, I'm going to have it any way she wants. Like, if she wants me to use a condom, then fair enough, I'll use a condom. But if she gives me the opportunity to not use a condom, then I just took the opportunity.
I was 15 when I had my son. It's very difficult because I have to balance looking after my son and going to school and doing housework and kind of schoolwork, all the different aspects of my life, and I have to kind of worry about financial concerns as well. I think the way that teenage mums are portrayed in the press is generally very negative because it's all like, oh, they're all kind of out of education, claiming benefits and don't really know how to look after their kids. It kind of makes it difficult for any teenage mum to be different.
I've never had a boyfriend just because of religious reasons, so I can't really say much about what it's like to have a boyfriend, but I know that life is peaceful without a boyfriend compared to what all my friends go through. So I like life without a boyfriend.
They're not generic. They're not all aggressive, mindless, angry yobs. Some are young mums working hard at school or holding down good jobs. Some are striving to be happy, doing things they're really proud of. They're not some demonic entity gathered in a crowd of foul intent. Some are learning what their morals are through exploring their sensations. Some are shouldering their responsibilities in quiet resignation.
My parents separated because of domestic violence. I was on the young carers list, and that was a bit of a stress, really, looking after my mum. But I learned to live with it, really. I think it's held me back mentally because I haven't been able to spend so much time with my friends and do all the things that they'd normally do when I was a young carer.
My dad and my mum separated at an early age, and from that I struggled with schoolwork because I used to take temper tantrums during school and used to swear at teachers because, I never had a father figure there for me.
The things that stop me from achieving my dream is the troublemakers. It stops me from being able to learn because teachers are concentrating on the individuals who are bad and don't concentrate on the ones that want to success.
As a system, school should be scrapped and started completely from scratch. For people who find it hard to come out their shell, they struggle and they end up failing their exams, not going to college, not getting an education, and they lead really bad lives.
I just feel the whole education system is just to prepare you for exams when it should be to prepare you for life instead.
Some enjoy their education, just like some rebel against it. Some are fierce about their territory and would do anything to defend it. Some prey on weakness, some protect it. Some are lost, some disaffected. Some are hungry for success, they want something and they're out to get it. Some are exhibitionists and others want to stay hidden. Some are getting bullied and trying to make peace with the pain in them.
My history with bullying is a bit dark. It's not happy. Half of the girls in the year turned against me. It did change my personality for the worse. I ended up being really angry, really violent. In polite terms, you just hate yourself. Looking back on it, I don't know. It's so bleak how I was feeling because I blocked it out. But I nearly ended up taking my own life because of it.
I'd say there's a lot of prejudice in the society. If it's not because you're fat, it's because you're thin. If it's not because you're black, it's because you're white. If it's not because you're gay, it's because you're straight, and you can't really walk down the street without it.
I have faced some racism, you know. We got the odd few people shouting Paki and, you know, calling you a terrorist, but that's something I can sort of brush off and ignore.
I think many teenagers don't really understand the full implications of what it means to be at war in countries like Iraq and Afghanistan, and especially the implications it has for ethnic minorities from those countries.
I'm proud of my culture, but sometimes I feel it holds me back, and people like sometimes judge me straight away by the fact that I'm Muslim and that I'm Pakistani. I try not to think about it or let it affect me, but how can you not let it affect you when someone's automatically judging you?
All the undercover racists, all the BNP and everything, they've got this hatred inside of them because they don't want us here. When people shout at me, go back home, I'm like, listen, I'm ready to go, you know. If you've got the money for me to go to Barbados or Jamaica or Ghana, then I'm ready to go, kind of thing.
Some hate and some get hated, and most find this indefensible, because most know the redundancy of prejudice, and hopefully their friendships will cross those outdated boundaries built on fear and ignorance. See, without obstacles to overcome, success has no significance.
I definitely enjoy living in a multi-ethnic community because mixed with new people and different people from every culture.
It's brought so many different ideas and beliefs, and it's challenged so many things as well. And I think that society can only progress if things are being challenged.
It can be dangerous sometimes, like when you don't integrate into your own group, because like no one should be feeling like they belong in a group at all. I tried to make friends with as many people as I could.
I think teenagers are more open-minded, whereas with older people, they're not very, they may not have learnt more about other people's religions or cultures.
I always wanted to go into drama, but I feel personally that because I wear a scarf, it's going to be a bit more difficult to get into drama because there's not many actresses that you see who wear scarves. I'm thinking maybe I should be the first one to try and break the barrier. Especially with so much going on with Islam in the media, I think that that society needs like a positive representation and to know that I'm a normal person and yes, I'm a Muslim.
Next year, I'm looking forward to leaving high school and getting away from all them bad people, and then I can finally do what I want.
I definitely worry about money in the future because I'm very aware that it forms a big part of life, and you know, if you haven't really got the money, that you're going to struggle to live. But hopefully I'll be able to get a job that will allow me to, you know, care for my son and care for myself and have a good life.
I do worry a lot if my family has enough money to take care of me, because my mum's a really hard-working woman and she hasn't got the best job in the world. She's probably got one of the worst jobs. But because she tries so hard, we're coping, and that's really influenced me to try and do the best I can and work as hard as I can.
I think money's important in order to open doors for me personally, making it possible for me to do what I want to do in the future.
What I'm really looking forward to is becoming a full-time art teacher. After everything I've gone through bullying and all the other bad stuff that's gone wrong in my life, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Just showing kids how to be themselves and not be scared.
I think politicians can learn from young people, especially in the media climate of today, where young people are kind of a taboo.
I think everybody is ready to vote at 16. I know some adults who don't actually use their vote, and this vote could be given to a mature 16-year-old. I don't see why we're not allowed to vote.
I think maybe it is time that there was a change in government, because there's so many policies, and especially to do with the war, that a lot of people are against.
So whether they're compassionate or self-involved and arrogant, they're on their way to buying into or dropping out of the establishment. Just like every generation that has been and all those still to come, they have the potential to change everything. What they do will be done. And hopefully when they are grown, there will still be some who won't forget the dreams they had when they were still so young.
If there was one thing I could say to the nation, it would be this. A lot of teenagers do want to engage with adults, and the only way they can do this is by learning from adults. And so I think that you shouldn't judge people by how they look, because a lot of teenagers are actually friendly.
Just be a good person and love everyone who loves you, and that's where you get respect.
To change prejudice, I'd say people need to be educated. So if we don't like the world, we've got to change the world now in order for us to be happier when we're older. And so the change comes from us, and we've got to get off your bum to make the change happen.
Believe in yourself. Don't follow them individuals who are bad. You know what's good and you know what's bad.
Let's all fight to save the world for our younger generation. It's going to grow up in this world.
I think that young people should just have hope, because I feel personally that having hope is like having everything.